All right. So let's start with Abhishek. So
I I still waiting for reviews. I think still need to be reviewed. The task in review.
yeah.
I'm working
So
on the properties method task. I had a query which I asked from Dennis. Uh, the description looks very similar to a version method which is already existing. It's just that it's adding other details, some other details too. So if I can go ahead and work, create this, should I add it on the existing one?
I guess Dennis, you'll need to review Avi's tasks and as Avi, do you want to just like shoot Dennis a message about this task?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He already messaged me on that, so I'll respond. I'll go through that and sort that out.
Awesome. Perfect. And then I guess Avi, if you want to just keep working through the wallet D tasks, if you want to just pick one up
yeah,
after the next one's in review.
I also left
yeah.
some. I also left some comments on some of the other tasks. I don't know if you saw those that are already under review.
Yeah, I have some comments. Okay, I'll work on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. All right, Dennis, how's the ledger coming along?
See, I was on the road most of the day yesterday, so I need to get with Wisdom today to discuss um, some of the documentation he was having some issues. I need to help him sort through.
And just does the documentation, is it any different? Well, I mean, it has to be different, but are you doing it for Ledger Nano S, and Ledger Nano S Plus? Or
It's
just,
all the same. It's all the same.
okay,
There's no functional difference between it.
gotcha. Okay, that's good. Um, okay, and then you need to review some of Sanders' work as
I think
well.
he was working on some of the tests. I'm not sure. We need to get together to discuss that, I guess.
Okay, uh, that sounds good. All right. And Sander, you're continuing to work with Spherion. So I think maybe beginning of next week or middle next week, there'll be more time to address some of these ledger tasks after we activate.
Yes, I've completed the software part. I need to something else because on midnight Monday, all the victim entries have to go into Azure Event Hub, and then after we're done testing, that all has to come out again and be registered. And so we need to fix that part yet. But in the meantime, I did do some merge request work, some minor fixes today on the Ledger branch.
So is it ready to be reviewed?
Yeah, I opened a new merge request. Yes, it's ready to review.
Okay.
That's in the wallet project now because that's where the code resides now.
Okay, in the wallet. Okay.
Yep.
So okay, that sounds good. So I guess Dennis, that's where you'll look for the new MR.
Yeah, I'll go through that.
Perfect. All right. So it sounds like this document is complete, Quentin. Q, are you here?
Sorry, stepped away for a sec. What was that?
We're on the Tenement Disaster Recovery Plan.
Yeah, I think it's good to go.
Okay.
So I just
Cool.
asked Denny to create a merge request for his final changes.
Awesome. Denny, any other comments?
Can you hear me, Ben?
Do you have any other comments on this task?
No, like I'm not having any other comments on this task.
Okay, cool. So once it's merged, move it to done.
Yeah.
Great. All right, Ethan. Assistant review. Test center say changing member. So what remaining work do you need to do for this?
Nothing really, just merging in the work I've done.
Okay. That sounds good. And then if you have time, if you need something to do, Paul, have you created the tool to pull the data from the major blocks?
No, I haven't made that tool. Not yet.
Can I assign this to Ethan?
Yeah, we can. Sure.
What is this going to look like?
This is just pull all the deposit, all the transactions out of a account in the previous block, and basically for the spreadsheet, we need to pull out all the deposits.
So
Probably
do you want
technically.
to
Go ahead.
do you want a separate tool, because this is kind of already what the code and the staking thing is doing?
I know it is, but if it's a standalone tool, then it can be used with manual staking, which we're developing. We're kind of focusing on right now for whatever reason.
All right, Paul, I just tagged you to add some more details.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah.
I mean, I've represented every time we talk about it that this is not hard given what you've already built.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Encode arbitrary transaction with cumulative wallet D. So, Jackson, you're working on this.
Yes, I wrote a script, and I think I changed this to review. It's not reflecting.
Okay. So, I guess, Dennis, this would be another thing for you to review in addition to Abby's tasks. And then, Jonathan, if you want to take up AC 3266 next.
Yes, I've started working on that.
All right,
I'll
perfect.
continue working.
Great. And Paul. So, would you say the template for the report is done, or are there more things you need to add to the report?
Yeah, the template's completely done now. I've gone through it a number of times, and so I'm pretty confident in it at this point.
Okay, so I could send that off to Fairyproof. Or no?
I'm sorry, I'm talking and I was muted. Did you update the document as we went through it during the demo?
No.
Well, I guess I need to do that before we send them because they need that document to understand what the process is.
Yeah. Okay. The document. Oh, the manual staking app. Yeah. Yeah. That needs to be updated based on the changes you've made. Okay. So once that's done, I'll shoot that over to them. And then there's still the tool for the governance committee to publish the approved stakers list and adding the reports to GitLab. All right.
Reports are going to be added to GitLab manually, so there's not anything to do there other than just pick a folder in GitLab.
All right, so we can just say create a folder in GitLab for Cool. And then some unassigned tasks. So commensurate data with keys. These are CLI tasks. And okay, very good. Is Katrina on?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear
Would
me
you
good?
be able to? Yeah, would you be able to figure out why the last sprint didn't close?
Oh, shoot. I said I would do that yesterday and I forgot. Yes, I will look at that this afternoon.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Yeah, sorry, Dennis.
No, all's good. I guess Paul, anything else regarding winding down Factum that is on your to-do list?
Yeah, so I have to update our servers, and I started on that this morning, and I ran into a little problem. I may talk to Ethan about later. It has nothing to do with code. It's just something that's always worked that suddenly didn't work, and I don't know why. But anyway, that should take me a couple of hours usually to update all the servers. I'm going to skip a lot of steps that we normally go through when we do updates. Things like updating the software for security updates and that sort of stuff. I mean, basically, if the system hasn't been compromised yet, it's not going to get compromised in the next few days. Well, not likely to get compromised in the next few days. So I'm going to skip some of those steps. That'll hurry it up a bit.
Sounds good. I guess a couple of procedural. Well, Ethan, I'm trying to use the authority flag to create accounts using a different keybook than the default keybook, and it doesn't seem to be working. So I was wondering if you could test that locally to see if maybe it's something I'm doing wrong.
Send me a message.
Yep. I need to talk to Stuart to set up the DeFi Devs bridge node. I'm going to send out a meeting for the operators tomorrow to go over signing transactions with delegates. And then Ethan, there's an email sent out that we need to add some new ADI names to the Genesis document for dynamic mining. The Genesis file, sorry. And that's about it. Cool. All right. Does anybody have any other questions from the community or from internal to DeFi Devs? Alrighty. Great work, everybody, and see you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you all.